everyone.
How's it going? Okay, yeah, it's been a hot minute, clearly.
Guys, jump her.
Honestly, I'll accept.
She absolutely dropped my ass. I thought she forgot my name.
Okay, first of all, let's address the mouse-sized elephant in the room. I've been
Yes.
gone for a hot minute. Okay, there's been a couple things. Well, actually, you know what? It's just been a series of like unfortunate events. Health for one, and then I was gone to the beautiful country of Mexico for a bit for my birthday. That was gifted to me, which was really nice. But as many of you guys probably have heard, right when I got back was the Lapu Lapu Festival here in Vancouver, which is a Filipino cultural festival. If you haven't guessed, I am part of that community, which a lot of you have guessed and have drawn me very accurately, which is
It's kind of
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of
What the
nuts.
fuck? How did
Yeah,
you
I
guys
know, right?
know?
Are you in my walls or
They might
yeah.
be. They might be.
Yeah. So obviously that was really tragic. A lot of my family was there, so obviously took another day to be with family and be at the vigils that are happening here in Vancouver, and like obviously it is actually really traumatic and it's sad for everybody in the community, but we're just going to try and keep it, like lighthearted today. So yeah. Just wanted to like say that before we start, because I don't want people to think like, oh, like how can you be so like silly and whatever when this has happened. Like we definitely, like, it's all we've been talking about for the past couple days. It's honestly horrible and tragic, and the podcast is like our way of kind of like having a release anyways. So yeah, just wanted to address that before we start.
Yeah.
And luckily, obviously Lisa's in Calgary, so she's okay. I landed when it happened, like I was away, and luckily all my family left right before it happened. Some of my friends, they were there when it happened, but are luckily okay or have minor injuries. So yeah, but regardless of that, it's just sad all around for everybody who got affected by it. So just want to put that there before we start. So this is a catch-up episode, I guess. I mean, I have so many crazy stories from Mexico, though. Like, y'all will not even believe what I've gotten through. Let's just do a catch-up of like what we've been up to the past. Like, I don't know. I think I've been gone for like 2 months, right?
Like
Yeah, like around
5-6 weeks, something like that.
yeah. So like a month and a half or something.
Crazy.
Crazy.
We should
Crazy
literally
time.
jump her. I swear to God, you guys.
Please don't jump me.
No, they're gonna be
Girl.
nice about it. They're gonna be like, no, Lisa's crazy. And Lisa's like,
Hashtag free by assistant.
free by assistant.
Okay, what
Dude.
has Lisa Chan been up to for the past?
Um,
Well, you freaking made 4 videos, so
4 videos in 1 week. Out of those 6 weeks, I made 4 in 1 week. I thought I was gonna fucking, I don't know. It was dry with the sponsors for like forever, and then I got 4 in 1 month out of nowhere.
Yeah, which is like when you get those months, dude, it's a like,
But you know
like,
what? The rates and everything went down so bad on YouTube unless you're like, basically, if you're not a right winger, if you're not like a Nazi, everyone's struggling nowadays.
yeah, so it seems.
Yeah, and but at least this month, like normal income instead of struggling as I usually am. And but that meant that I had to, because I started a new channel. Great timing. Like, could have started it before, could have started it after. Started it the same week that I had 2 sponsorships to get approved in post.
The gaming channel?
Yeah.
Comment below if you want to watch by assistant watch horror or play horror games. Specifically, the new Silent Hill. Silent Hill, is it called Silent Hill F? No, I forgot what it's called.
In any case, they already requested that we do a dating simulation.
Oh, yes, I would love to do that.
I agree. I don't know which one we should do. I heard about the pigeon one. I heard about it. To those of you who are gonna be like, oh, do the pigeon one. No, girl, they have to be hot. Like we have to be able to
Oh,
focus.
oh, oh. I see how it is.
I want it to be more fun where we were actually choosing from characters who look like people instead of pigeons.
Hey, 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 hey. Don't don't knock it till you actually that's really weird. I was like,
Dude,
don't knock it till you try it,
yeah.
like dating a pigeon.
Okay,
What the fuck?
not you talking about that, not
All
your
right.
ass. You know what? She's so afraid of birds, and it's like, well, what are you trying to say right now? You can't even pass by a bird, let alone date one. And that's a good thing,
Hey,
actually. The
but
last part, that's a good thing.
but yeah, I mean, I guess that's like, hey, maybe it could be like a really intense enemies to lovers type scenario.
Yeah, I think it would have worked. But the thing is, listen, it's just I saw it, and I think the biggest joke about, or not about, but in it, is that they're pigeons, and
Mm.
that's not enough.
Yeah, it isn't enough.
It's not enough. And I don't think it needs to be funny per se,
Hmm.
because we're gonna make it funny. But I don't know, I just want something else. And also not the dad ones. There's like the remember that like DILF
I don't
simulator?
remember. I do not
I
remember.
don't
And
fuck with that.
if I ever saw it, I wiped it out of my memory.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Okay,
So
but comment below if you guys have a good recommendation for the dating simulator, like what we should play, and we'll do it.
I think that we could do something like one of those Too Hot to Handle, or one of those games that they create
Oh,
for the
yeah,
dating
yeah,
set, for the dating shows.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd be so
But yeah,
fucking
if
fun.
you played any of those, let us know,
Which is the
because
best one?
yeah, which one would hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I think it would be really, really funny for us to do
Yeah,
it,
I think it would
like
be
a dating sim.
hilarious. A question. Wait,
Mm,
before we start, question for the comments. Can you get on like late onset stomach food poisoning? Cuz riddle me this. Why was I in Mexico and I ate everything? Besides I did not drink water, the tap water, but I ate everything and I was like kind of living my life. Did not feel sick at all. I was giving hashtag skinny, can't see my waist. My
mhm.
skin has been good. My skin was so good. But now that I'm back, literally right when I landed, I've been having stomach problems. Ricochet, you take the reins. Fire away, fire away. That's what it's
She's
like when I
back,
sit. That's what it's like when I sit on the porcelain throne. Anyways,
girl. April was a mess. I went to Vancouver all of a sudden for only like a day
and
to
she's
to go to an interview.
dude, that was actually crack. And that was like she came on the day before I had to leave for Mexico. So she
Hmm.
was staying with me and my partner, and it was actually so cracked. We like got drunk at one point, and then she had no sleep because she had to like wake up in like an hour.
No, straight up. I think I literally I had to fly. First of all, the tickets that I got were cheap, right? So I was supposed to fly at like 5 a.m. on one day, and 5 a.m. the next day. So, and I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a night owl, so my go to bed time is like 2 in the
Yeah.
morning. So I didn't sleep either night, safe to say.
Yeah, she just did not sleep for
I just did not
48
sleep.
hours.
And then I also fucking already my stomach hurts everything because I'm not good with flying.
Yeah,
Not
same.
because of anxiety, but because of like it just my body just doesn't like it.
Yeah, it's the
And
air pressure and
yeah, the
shit.
air pressure and other shit like that. And then we also got drunk
Drunk.
as one does.
Dude,
Because
we're
I don't know, we were fucking I don't even remember what we talked about because we were just laughing like
laughing
crazy
so
the
hard.
entire time.
We were just saying the craziest stories.
We told her partner about like my crazy roommates.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes he brings it up and he's like, "Wow." He's like, "This is this is actually haunting me in my like scary nightmares." Like, he's like, "Why did you guys tell me that?" I'm like, "I'm sorry."
I'm sorry, dude, but that's
Uh,
just the reality for some of us.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, so I came for one day and I had an interview, and I don't know, the interview went well, but I don't know if I got it or not. I don't know if I won that job or not, honestly. I
Yeah,
mean,
right?
technically speaking, dude, like every job is kind of in our climate, in our environment. I know that everyone has to deal with jobs that are like not great, especially because like if they pay well or they pay even remotely okay, they're all like very weird. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
weird corporate shit going on. Everyone has a made up job. It's a mess. But this company just like kind of like thinks about it that I know. I'm not sure if it's good things, you know. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
good things. It's just like I'm not sure if I could um
Handle.
tolerate them.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking. Lisa, it's so funny because when Lisa came here for her interview, I was also going through an interview. Like, we were going through
Yeah.
the exact same thing because I was
Hmm.
also interviewing for a job. And we are just like, I remember you came, no, zero sleep, and you could tell. Like, and we were like, yo, let's just go out for coffee right away. And we were just like sitting at a bench being like, what the fuck are we doing?
Like, why am I
like,
here? Like, why did
like,
I spend money to come here for an interview, bitch?
it's just, dude, it's like voting, man. You're just like, you have to pick the best from the worst. That's what it's like to just work and work for a company.
Seriously. But that's the
It's,
thing. I talked to a lot of people when I like this because the thing is I was in Vancouver twice this month. And one time it was like literally one day and I got drunk with my assistant. And the second time I came, I was there for 2 days and 2 nights. And when I came up for this second time, I was like talking to a lot of people about the interview because there's like a lot of things that I didn't love about it. Not
Mhm.
about like maybe not even the interview, but the company. So I wanted to hear what people's opinions are because the thing is we have really moved the goalpost of what's normal so
Yeah,
far
totally,
to the
totally.
point where I don't even know sometimes if it's like, oh, dude, you're just not gonna find a job that doesn't do that, or if it's abnormal. I can't, I lost perception of that entirely
Hmm.
because of how bad the market is and because of how much they're kind of abusing that. Genuinely, especially because like being in the arts sector, it's so weird because when you get an offer for like interviews or a job that pays like a normal job should instead of fucking 30% of that, you're like, holy shit, I have to take it. But then at the same time, you're like,
Yeah.
well, this shit is like it's so not aligned with you as a person that it's like what do I fucking do? But at the same time, it's really hard because you don't really have much of a choice because you have
Yeah, exactly.
a family, and if you don't have a family, like I'm not responsible for a family, but I do have a family that are helping me, obviously living my life in general because obviously like also we're Slavic, so we do live together until we get like the same plot of land with a couple of houses or whatever the hell. Like we
Hmm.
usually stick close. And because of that, if you're suffering financially or you're suffering in any other way, you're affecting your community. When in my case, it's my immediate family. You don't want to be, and I don't
Like a
want to say a
burden.
burden,
I
but
know.
like it's less a burden. It's more like because the thing is, I have the ability to work. That's why this is like a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it's just really weird. The things that they were like they made me do they wanted me to do 5 interviews. Now it's 5 interviews, you guys. Like that's the norm, which is
Yeah.
insane.
I did 4 interviews, which was
Yeah.
it's crazy. And guys, like this is not even like this is just free like free labor essentially
Hmm.
just to see if you'll even make it.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of the times they make you send your work in, which is like
Hmm.
I think is totally unethical to do,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's just me.
But also like I genuinely I don't really think that it makes sense to be asking for work, especially like for example, so like they told me I'm gonna have 5 interviews, right? I did 2 or 3 and I did a an assignment for them,
Assignment?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that assignment had 2 parts. One of them was editing a video and another one was like trend kind of forecasting
Forecasting?
thing. And I listen, the thing is, with the editing thing, I had to edit in their program, and at the end I realized I can't even render the video and take it out of the program without paying $70 to buy the
What the
license.
fuck? So pretty much they charged you an application fee, which is illegal in
I
Canada.
basically I took the video out of the program with all the effects that are like premium, which is all of them, without all of them basically. And I just send it to them over to them, and I send a file of the program itself, kind of like if you do like Final Cut, it gives you like FCP or whatever the hell, right?
Yeah.
So I send them the file that they can open on their end, and it would be with all the effects
Mhm.
and the rendered video that's basically just like a cut up of the video because it doesn't have any effects. So I just sent it to them and I was like, so here's the video. Since I wasn't provided a code to use the license for even a day, a week, one fucking render, whatever, this is the way that I'm sending it over to you. It's not gonna be a final render. You're gonna have to do it on your end because I wasn't provided a code.
And I'm not paying $70.
I didn't say like I'm not gonna pay.
Yeah,
I was
but
just like I
you're
think
saying
that
it in
yeah,
here.
like I wasn't provided a code. So, and we all know, even when sponsors come to me, they give me a code to try their shit,
Yeah.
right? To like talk about them or whatever the hell. You want me to use your program. You want me to show what I can do in terms of editing. And by the way, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but I'm like, I don't know, I guess a professional content creator? I don't know. It's
That's
like I
the part
have
that
5 years of experience and also 4 years of an education that's specifically in media production. Isn't that
yeah,
crazy?
that's what I wanted to say too, that actually is like for me and for both of us, like is actually so infuriating. The amount of bullshit hires there are in companies, honestly, majority of the time you just need to like know somebody or be a nepo to get a job.
Oh, it's so
And you
bad.
you don't have to be qualified at all. So
Mm-mm.
it's like it's so infuriating when you're like somebody, and not to be to toot our own horn, but like someone like me and Lisa who actually went to school. And of course there are people who went to school, like we know so many of them that are bullshit people. They're also just
Mhm,
rich kids that didn't do anything, but like for the
mhm,
people who actually went to school and like worked hard, studied hard, gave a shit,
mhm,
and then went out on their own to create a career for themselves completely independently, like me and Lisa both did it independently through YouTube and social media, and then I did it freelance. It's so infuriating to do these interviews with people who think they are better than you, even though you know for a fact you have not worked as hard. Your employees are way below the standard that I operate in.
mhm.
And it's infuriating to not get jobs when
Dude,
you
it's
know
it's ridiculous.
it's so, it's a disease. It's a
Yeah.
disease.
Yeah, I
The
still
amount of
don't
people,
know whether I even got it or not, but the
me
problem
too,
with them is that I think it's crazy because we're like having a conversation, right? And technically speaking, they also want to get like a twofer or a threefer or a fucking
right?
quadruple person in one or whatever the hell because they don't want to pay for it. Do you know what I mean? Like I am doing everything for my channel. Like I edit, I film, I do all of that shit,
You
and I
research,
research and everything. Technically speaking, for my channel, I'm doing the work of at least 5 people,
yeah,
which if you're doing content creation like for a long time and you're actually editing and doing this shit and not like Trisha Paytas did, where you just cry on the kitchen floor and then you upload it without cuts and stuff like that. Like if you actually have a system in place, it will be a work of 5 people or so.
mm-hmm.
And it's really, really weird to be in a room with someone who does basically like so I had some things that I applied for. For example, it's a podcast. And the podcast is for a university. They have a staff of 8 people, and each one of them gets paid 70K plus a year. Half of them get 90K plus a year to produce a podcast without video. Like if you go on Spotify and you look at their podcast and how many reviews it has, or how many listens they get a month, or how many followers they have on either YouTube or anywhere, how many people are engaged listeners, they have about 10% of what I get. And they are an institution with a budget.
Literally.
And they are also like in a similar kind of vein where they talk about culture, and sometimes like I do, like where I do like a breakdown of Sontag's essay or something like that. Like it's kind of a blend, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at it and I'm like, how am I interviewing for this assistant of an assistant position and I can't get an interview? And then I see sometimes like when it's applications where you can tell if someone opened it, like sometimes they ask for a video and then you put it on private and you send it to them or whatever, and then I can tell they didn't open it. There's not a single view, so you didn't open the application.
Mhm.
Why ask for this much effort if you're not gonna open the applications even? Why don't you
Right.
ask for resumes first then?
Yeah.
Just a
And it
resume. Why do you need a cover letter? Why do you need a video and whatever if you're not even gonna open it?
right? And the crazy part too is like what I always think about, oh my god, I have a
And the fact that
virus on.
people get paid this much a year to make a podcast that doesn't perform, has horrible audio, horrible video. And the thing is, with this quality and stuff like that, this is winging it with what you have, basically. If I would have had a budget, this would have looked a lot better, you know?
Mhm.
And it's just so, so weird that they have a staff of 8 people working on this podcast, and all of them are
Mhm.
getting this high of a salary and they can't even put together anything that people want to listen to.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also just like it's just like for me, it's like what is the point of even a resume or a portfolio? It's like why are you trying to what got me was like for my assignment, I feel like I was being low key bullied
Hmm.
by the people who were testing me and it kind of made me like annoyed because I was like, dude, this is not rocket science.
Hmm.
Like this job, like the things that you're asking me for is not hard. I don't know why you're acting like this is like the hardest thing in the world. And like I would cheat on it in any way. I have a degree. I went to school. I have, if you've seen my portfolio, I've been in the field longer than anyone that you've hired has been in the field. So I
Hmm.
don't know why. I feel like I feel like a lot of times when you have people who are highly educated, proven, and especially when they don't come from money
Money.
or nepo, it really threatens people,
They
especially the
get so
people in power.
pissy about it. It's absolutely insane.
They get so insecure, it's crazy. It's actually insane. And I feel like with every job I've applied for, I've always gotten this reaction
Hmm.
and like it's starting to like really piss me off. But anyways,
I just wish they weren't so full of shit all the time. Like,
yeah.
we do a type of job that you need to calm down. Like, whenever people are constantly like freaking out about it, I'm like, okay, I don't know, go get beta blockers or something. Like, why are you such an annoying ass bitch? Like, it's
Yep.
crazy how nervous they are about something that they're first of all could learn to do, but they
Mhm.
refuse to for some fucking reason. And second of all, not actually there's no risk involved. You're not gonna kill somebody by doing a bad ad campaign.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but like you need to calm
Eh,
down. You need
yeah,
to calm
like
down. This is a made up job. Both of us know
literally,
it.
it has no real societal effect. And it's funny because like I was having some discussions. This was like a little bit like 2 months ago maybe, talking to a colleague, I guess, about this, and I was like literally saying that. I'm like, to be honest, in this creative field and like it's really when when it was COVID and they said that this job was unnecessary, girl, it's a little unnecessary. You should have taken that for real. Like and then she was kind of like arguing back at me being like, "Oh, but we can't live without creativity, without art and stuff." I'm like, "Fashion is an art." I'm like, "This is an art."
Hmm.
Huh?
No, especially this type of like there are people who put in, well, not even put in, like I would say that textiles,
Yeah.
design can be art, but the fact of the matter is in a corporate world, it isn't. There is no room for art in anything that's automated.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that as well. I'm like, dude, any material can be used in art. Like clothing can be used in art. But when we were talking specifically about the work that we're producing as stylists and stuff like that, or like creative directors or whatever, I'm like, this isn't art. Okay, you can make like this like story.
I do like the I guess the mental gymnastics of high conceptual work that's for your projects and whatever because it's fun. It can be
Yeah,
fun. It's not the same as art though, and it could be connected to it in one way or another. Like for example, there's people who are musicians and sometimes they have like kind of like a blend of things and some parts of it are more worthy of being called art than other parts. But in general, it's so steeped in capitalism to the point where it has lost its original meaning. And it's kind of the same reason as to why I'm always talking about, like, whenever I talk about AI with people, I'm like, dude, listen, it's one thing when people use AI to cut out silences in a video or whatever, because it's not supposed to be like an edited video, but it's
Mm-hmm.
more like, dude, just cut the fat, I guess, or like cut the dead space in the video,
Yeah.
whatever the hell. I'm like, yeah, you could have done it yourself, to be honest, pretty quickly, but I'm not saying that it has ruined your work or that it's weird. But in general, AI is such a weird fucking thing to use,
Mm-hmm.
because I just don't think we need to make art anymore then. If AI is like replacing artists, maybe we shouldn't make art anymore. Even AI art. Maybe we should just stop because it's enough. Because the thing is, AI is just regurgitation. If
Yeah.
what you want is regurgitation, we could just stop altogether. We don't need to
Altogether.
continue.
But it's funny because people operate like AI just
Yeah,
naturally.
and it's so weird because I'm like, listen, when people are like, there's nothing new under the sun, and I have talked about it in one of my videos already. Yeah, you're right, there's nothing new under the sun. As an artist, you're still kind of being influenced by other people, or you're just a remix of a bunch of other artists that existed before you. The point is that art is just like life. It is
Mm-hmm.
worth doing only if it's real, organic. The only reason why you do it, even though it happened before, because there are many lives that were like yours before, is because it's your life. It's the
Yeah.
same thing as like you do this art because it's your art. But when you start using AI to make it, what's the point? Just
Yeah.
stop
Or
making it altogether. Go be something useful.
yeah. I was like, and what I was saying before, like, cause I'm not like I'm not trying to shade anybody, cause I mean, majority of my like career in art has been very like I do a lot of lowbrow stuff, like especially when I was in university, it was a lot about using or talking about high art through lowbrow materials and stuff like that, because I actually really enjoy that. I think it's more what I'm trying to say is I think a lot of people are trying to mask their work to make it more relevant and more important by saying that it's highly contextual and it's talking about all of these points, when I feel like, because I feel like you can really feel when a piece of art has soul in it. I don't know how to
Hmm.
explain that, but you can really feel it when you look at it, that it came from somebody, like that
Hmm.
it meant something to somebody, and it's really strong and powerful in that way. But I feel like a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing now, especially when it's like when it comes to image making,
Hmm.
because that's like the job that I do, and people want to be like, yeah, it's an intersect between like fashion and art and stuff, and I'm like, it really isn't. It's like you just put this like fancy, just like so much jargon into it and
Yeah,
these fancy titles, but I'm like
trending
in the
terms.
yeah, but in the end of the day, I don't feel anything from it because I also don't feel anything from you, you
Yeah,
know, as
pretty
a person.
much. Pretty much. That's
That's
why I'm
like,
like, if you're gonna be replacing all of your, not even replacing, I think it's specifically, this is a corporate world, whatever. We can make something that looks good, that's good work, but also having enough of understanding of yourself and the industry to be like, yeah, that's not art.
mm-hmm.
This is fluff. It does not mean that, especially in this economy, you're gonna have to be paid for something, and this is a
Yeah.
thing that people would be paying for. Sometimes they don't, obviously, but most of the time, especially if you're like in a corporate world already, you can at least make some money with it. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, why am I supposed to pretend like this is cutting edge art? It's not art. It's an
Mm-hmm.
advertisement campaign. Like, can you calm the fuck down? I swear to God, like it's just like, you have to be so stupid not to see the difference and to insist upon everyone seeing it as an art piece instead of a photo shoot for a high fashion photo shoot, you know? It's like,
Yeah,
it's just a high fashion
exactly.
photo shoot, bitch. It's not art. I don't know what to tell you.
Literally.
Especially considering
Oh.
how weak your collections are and how much they rely on stupid fucking made up connections. The thing is, because our education is contemporary, like conceptual art, we can see when they bring up why they did this or why they did that. You can tell that this is just someone bullshitting. It's kind of like how on a Monday morning in your class, or for like, I don't know, like 480 class or some shit like that, you're sitting there at a critique looking at people's work, and you can tell which ones have been people bringing in their actual work and people bringing in their bullshit work just because they
Yeah.
needed to bring something in. You can tell the difference. It does not mean
Mhm.
that those people are not going to get a similar grade, by the way, because it's
Yeah.
very much about just having a um, conceptual explanation for shit, to be honest. But at the same time, this is kind of the reason why you guys are going to notice that a lot of programs that have like a prestigious kind of image,
Like, yeah, title or
yeah, they're gonna have a lot of people there who they just want to have a prestigious kind of image for themselves as well, rather than being an
Mhm.
artist. I didn't realize that like UBC BFA, specifically visual arts, only takes in 20 people a year and graduates only 20 people a year. So technically speaking, the percentage of people who actually get in is only like 5 or 6%. So it's one of
Mhm.
those programs that like that's why we had such a high percentage of people who had way too much privilege and way too much time on their hands. I just
Yeah.
didn't realize it because to
Yeah.
me, I just kind of I got into the school to go into sciences and then I changed my mind. So I didn't realize it. I never looked into how hard it is to get into the BFA program.
Yeah, same as me too, because I transferred from poli sci
Yeah.
into art,
So
so I didn't realize it either.
I didn't realize it at all. I didn't realize that there was like this prestigious kind of idea that people have about it in terms of like specifically people in the field who know how hard it is to get into one school or another. I didn't
Yeah.
know because the thing is, I believe that UBC has a 40% or 45% something
Mhm.
acceptance rate, but our program had only 6% and I didn't realize
Yeah.
it.
And they have
So
a huge dropout rate by second year.
yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, like a very huge one. What the fuck? What the
Boing.
hell? Where that from? Anyway, so a lot of people in our program, like even now, I meet them, and some of them got like master's degree, obviously, because like they wanted to prolong their time in university as much as possible. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be getting master's degree or whatever. I'm just saying that they were definitely prolonging their experience. They like took 6 years to fucking finish bachelor's, okay?
Yeah,
Um,
it's like,
and
girl.
without working, by the way, without working, they did not work at the same time. They didn't have to take care of their bills or something like that. So that's why they took longer. No, no, no. These are really rich people, okay, who paid somebody else to do their assignments. Basically, the point is, you guys, the thing that I said to my assistant right now is that this girl that we know from school, she like keeps on pretending that she's poor, even in like after now that we're in a professional setting. And no one's buying that bullshit, but she keeps on doing it. And it's like, why? Just why? There's no op worse than someone who has convinced themselves that they are a victim of a communist state. Like, you're not, bitch. You're not. Clearly you're not. Your parents have so much money. What are you talking about?
If you don't have money, why the fuck you have a financial advisor? You know how you have to pay them, right?
Dude, yeah,
Like,
no, this is stupid. She probably has like $1 million and she's like, well, I don't have $250 million like my dad has, so
she's
I'm
like,
poor.
my dad gave me a meager loan of $1 million.
Yeah.
Okay, Trump.
Okay,
Like,
Trump, literally, okay. Okay, Trump, bitch. Like, anyway, so
uh,
what I'm trying to say here is it's fucking bleak out there. I don't know what to tell you. And I think I'm trying to be like, no, the interviews, everything. It's just such a fucking mess. Even getting an interview is such a mess
it is a mess. It actually is such an angering process.
because it's like their job. It feels like the process has become so humiliating
Yeah.
because of how bad the market is and they know they can do all this shit, so they make people do crazy things like, oh, the what is it, the trial, not the trial period, what is it called, probation period is
Yeah.
going to be 6 months. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be 3. That's the standard in Canada.
Hmm.
What do you mean 6 months, bitch? No right to having some kind of, governmental payouts afterwards if they get rid of you after 6 months of working for them. No extra healthcare coverage, nothing. For 6 months, bitch. What is this? Like, I swear to God, like I just don't know. I think it's because the market is so bad, people are getting desperate and and the businesses are really using that. They're really abusing this fact.
Yeah. It's just fucking wackadoo. Anyways, that was our little depressing rant. Per usual, we have to add that in. Fuck capitalism, you
Yeah,
know, just in
yeah,
case you
fuck
forgot.
fuck all the capitalist pigs. I swear to God.
Yeah, honestly, fuck them all.
Me growing up, not like always watching like movies and then like portraying Russians being like, oh, those capitalist pigs and like spitting on the ground after. And I was always like, what the fuck are you like, what are you talking about? And then I moved where you have to
to
rub
Canada.
shoulders with them, and I was like, oh, I get it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. That's me
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Svetlana was right.
uh,
Natalia was right.
Natalia was right. Ivanka was right.
Yeah, they were all fucking right. Goddamn.
Yeah,
Anyway.
seriously. Oh god. It actually like when we like talk about this stuff, it actually like I can feel my blood just boiling and coursing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just like have literally a million photos of everything I fucking hate, just like snapshots in my brain, just like reel through my brain. Like
Dude, you know what? I've been thinking, now my shirt's showing.
and
Anyway,
now my pajama
not my
shorts.
pajama shorts showing. Anyway, so I kind of the thing is that's the reason why I actually created the gaming channel, because I actually feel so burned out for real, because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like on my main channel there's kind of a dissonance going on where I think people before we kind of could combine things, like have like really like heavy topics but also like silly topics together, and which I'm still gonna kind of do because that's just my personality. I don't really one or the other.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've started to get kind of really annoyed by, first of all, the algorithm really
Mm-hmm.
prioritizing right wingers and right wing viewers. And whenever you make anything that they get mad about, they jump on that shit. And I think that they fucked up my algorithm so bad. And I have complained about it before already, but I think that they definitely did something, because my videos kind of, even if they start performing really well, it's like out of 10. I don't know if you guys know, like, the thing on YouTube, it shows you how your video performs compared to your previous 10 videos. And it could be like 1 out of 10, and then it stops immediately in its tracks, like after a day or two, and doesn't move at all. I had a video reach 14K in a day and then get stuck at 14.6 and not move.
Yeah.
Like, it's really something weird is going on, first of all. And second of all, also, I feel the pressure on my main channel whenever I do any video about anything to do a lot of research and stuff like that. And it becomes kind of really heavy. I think that my videos are not as silly as they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I was like, girl, I need something where I can like release a random video and not feel like I need to do a shit ton of research into it
Yeah, like
to,
to bring back that like fun and joy that you used to have, you know? Like
yeah, because I really feel burned out by the main channel and the amount of work that I do that doesn't really go anywhere, because you have to
Mhm.
regurgitate shit on YouTube to do well.
Yeah.
And you have to be very, yeah, just basically kind of parrot each other
Yeah.
to
I mean,
no
that's kind
end.
of yeah, I mean, I feel like that's kind of what I feel too with just being in the field that I'm in. Honestly, I've been thinking more and more that like, oh, like I just don't want to do like I find no joy in it anymore, honestly. Like I really just am thinking of just fully transitioning back into art, just wanting to make art. Recently, I've been feeling like, oh my gosh, like I really want to paint or something.
Mhm.
I get that
Yeah,
feeling.
I don't know what to like. It's just the economy is so bad. I don't even know what
Mhm.
is viable. But
Yeah.
because the thing is, it's just like it's one thing what you want to do, it's another thing that is gonna make you money, and
Money,
it's a
yeah.
third thing of like being so pissed off at the artists that are in the industry, because they're just so like so many of them are so insufferable that it's like
Mhm.
I don't even know, bitch. Anyway, so on that second channel, I did a collab with a girl whose videos I found. She makes videos on like different old Sims games and like different games actually, not just Sims,
Mhm.
but I just really liked her Sims 3 videos.
Mhm.
Um and we collaborated, and I actually was like, "Oh damn, I forgot this could be fun."
Right.
'Cause I've just been working on like serious videos forever and getting so many stupid ass comments, like people being like, "Oh my God, typical liberal cope." And I'm like, "You don't even know how far off you are because I'm so much worse than what you think.
Yeah.
I'm so much worse than what you think, bitch.
I'm not like other girls. I'm worse.
If you can handle liberals, you shouldn't even be in my fucking
Vicinity?
vicinity."
Yeah.
Yeah, you better not because you're gonna literally lose your shit when you find out what I actually am. I swear to God, like
If you see my
typical
truth,
liberal cope, bitch, I'll kill you.
this is the
Like, are
skin.
you
This is the
kidding me?
skin of a
This is
killer.
a skin of a killer.
Like
Anyway,
we need to do because we're already at like almost an hour.
yeah.
This was like life update part 1, but then we're gonna do a second
This is
episode
not even life after half of the video was just us talking about the
complaining
current state
of
of
the
the
world.
art and like creative field.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, I feel like every time I'm like, we're gonna talk about like artists, and then I'm like, who gives a fuck? Let's talk about how bad the industry is
Yeah.
right now. Let's talk about
It's a
how
good.
bad this work is, actually.
Yeah, because it's just like honestly, we can't even like escape it at this point. Like this is the shit that actually has to be said. We need to
Yeah.
start talking about this shit as much as we can, you know? But let's do it part 2, catch up episode because I want to make you guys laugh after this after all of this hardship that's been happening cuz like dude, I have so many fucking funny stories like that I've just been keeping in the bank. Like I haven't even told Lisa these stories
She's been
because I'm like,
banking them.
yeah, because this needs to go in an episode and she has to hear it for the first time, like when it happens. Like, just like you guys have to hear it at the same time so you can get your genuine reaction because it's actually so cracked out. Yeah, we'll do a second episode, a funny episode.
Would this be too depressing again?
No, no, it's not. It's
Okay,
honestly
good.
not. It's
Good,
not
good,
too depressing.
good. Also, I was gonna say, you guys, I posted those videos with Waverly, and this bitch, this persistent ass bitch, did not watch them. I sent it to her multiple times, and I'm like, this is funny as shit. You need to watch it. And she said, I don't see it.
Girl, I wasn't. Well, first of all, wait, what? What do you mean?
What do you
I was
mean? What
like,
do you mean?
wait, what? What do you mean?
See? This bitch. I swear to God. How
I had a
many times
couple.
do I have to send it to her? She just
I had a
doesn't
couple
love me
rough
at
months,
all.
okay? I had a couple rough months, but we back. We back, baby. Okay?
Anyway.
Anyways, join us in the next episode if you want to hear some absolutely cracked out stories.
Yes, also Pika just opened the door with her head, like fucking rammed into it, bitch.
That's
Like
awesome.
opened it wide open, just being like, "Hey, bitch." That's what her face looks like.
It's
She's
me.
so cute. Anyway, yeah, see you guys soon
In
with
the
another
next
one.
episode.
It's gonna be
Bye.
funny.
Bye.